Hello folks and welcome to the channel. Well, today you see me in this camera as well, over there. I'm over here, look. So I've given you that so that you can see my reactions and do all the steering wheelie things and see my not so slight sportly figure. However, it also stops you making me think that I'm ignoring when I'm looking over there and talking to the other screen. I'm actually looking at my sound levels, etc. But as it is, we've been messing around with human comedy for the last couple of days, but at the other end of the scale, we've been doing Lego Majore. And with that being the case, I've actually been ignoring the other ones because we haven't really got back to the top of any of them. So while I've been making another video tonight, I've dived into Kyoto and thought, hang on, let's dig the Cappuccino out. So you'll remember it. We did this many moons ago, before update 1.31 when they reset the tables. We were actually top of the tree on this bad boy. We were in the top 10 stars. So let's have a look what we got. Sports medium tyres. It's my Cappuccino modified. It's got an engine swap. Its max PP for this race is 550. As you can see, this one comes in at 535. Got a bit out of breath. Ooh, it's my old age. So 490 brake horsepower, this little bad boy. Fully customizable suspension. Please feel free to freeze the screen and make your adjustments as you see fit. Fully customizable rear diff. Again, freeze the screen, do what you need to do. Just move my little drink out of the way. Aerodynamics. We've got downforce maximum on the front and a little bit down on the back. That's to make sure we can get some top speed. Fully customizable ECU at 100. Power restrictor at 100. Fully customizable manual gearbox. Top speed set to 320. If you want to have a look at the gears, there they are. You can freeze screen there. Do you do? High RPM turbo. Now we do have available the ultra high turbo if we want it. We won that the other week. But not for me today. No anti-lag. Sports cooler. It's the second one. Then we've got racing, everything else, carbon racing, and then brake controller set to the rear. That's because the front tyres are going to cook to death. So we're going to just flick that brake balance back to try and wear some out. Racing flywheel, got engine balance tuning and polished ports, and then weight reduction, all of them, and the body rigidity. Happy with that, folks? Let's get in. So, the do. Let's talk about the settings. Assists, traction control 1, we are manual. Default ABS, and then everything. Active stability management, counter assistance strong. Let's do the controller settings. Open button configuration, we're not using DRS, so it don't really matter. Max torque feedback 5, sensitivity 6. Let's have a look at the rankings. 3 of my friends have done this, 24, 24, and BB, who ain't slow, in a BMW M3, 22 laps. We could go out and do this in other cars and attempt to get somewhere near the top, but what we know is this is the toy for this race. Top 10 stars. Look at it. Top props to the dude who's done 23 laps in the Willys MB. That's got to be painful. Cappuccino, very good. The Radical is capable. Mr. Gallo himself, look, on 23. So if Mr. Sphinx, I am very pleased to know Mr. Sphinx is a very quick racer, and Mr. Maguire, both there top of the tree. Not sure who Rio is, but he's doing well. Down the list, at the end of the day, folks, you're on that top 10 list, you're something else. So I'm aiming for 24 laps, and I hope to join my friends Mr. Sphinx and Mr. Maguire. Hopefully, folks, let's see how it goes. It's late at night, it's 10:30 PM. I've done a bit of editing on other videos, and I just wanted something before I finish for the day. So, got a can of pop, going to give it a shot. So here we go then, folks. First thing we've got to do, fuel map to 4. And don't forget, can you remember everything we did last time? You probably can't. We're going to start 7 seconds down because the clock started back there. We're going to cross the line and we're going to brake just at the start of these yellow things for turn 1. And this car is immensely quick. It's a handful. That's why we've got all the help aids on, because we need them. It's not about being faster without them. You can't control this, well, I can't control this bad boy without them. See if we can squeeze past these mothers. Mr. Gallo, there he is. Mr. 23 laps. Ta-da, bye now. Mr. Hizal, I'm sorry mate, gonna put you behind me. Mr. Valverde. Just had to lift off the gas there. We're up to 4th place already, folks, and you've got to brake early at the bottom of the hill, don't forget. End of that black tarmac. It has got the worst brakes in the world, this car. It stops for no man. Mr. Frager, I'm just going to slip up your inside. Forgive the expression. So, we're going to see the fuel come back to 24 in a moment. And if we can get it under 24, we're good, because we're not going to stop for any fuel this entire race. I can't remember what our strategy was, whether we're just going to do 888, or it'd be 887, or whether we're going to do 788. I think we'll do 788, to be honest. Got to brake early for this one. And that's Mr. Solis done, and we're now in 1st place. And that is as quick as I remember us doing this in the past. As say, I've probably told you already, but we need to do laps in the 135 sub-region. If we can be under 335, sorry, 235s, we can have a chance at this. We got 2 pit stops. The pit stops used to take 11 seconds. Will they take 11 seconds now? I don't know. What we do know, the curbs have been adjusted with update 1.31. We're now in update 1.33, and the next update is coming Thursday for 1.34. So we're running out of time to make these valid, and there's every chance they might delete the blooming things again anyway. So makes it all worth it, doesn't it, making us do it again. But resetting the leaderboards is fab, because I can go back to all these races, take the cars that I know are capable, and get myself back in the top. But I'm not that fast, guys, you know that. But what I am is certainly determined. I've got a competitive streak in me that just makes me go on, but I'll fight my way to the top if I have to. Light brush there. So the first lap was a 2:42. Can't really tell where that's going to be. We were 7 seconds down at the start finish line, so that says we did a 2:35. We need to be quicker than 2:35s, but let's see where we can go. 8 seconds off that time, so that puts us down in the 2:32 regions, which would be absolutely terrific. All I want to do is an hour without crashing, and that would be tremendous. I'm just looking at the fuel thinking, how are we doing? It's down to 22 at that point, but hey ho. If you want to take the high revving turbo on, sorry, the very high revving turbo, and give it a whirl, you might have to stop for fuel at some point. Just doesn't want to stop, this thing, and that's why the tyres cook up at the front, because you're putting so much effort in. Just dip below 21.9, which isn't terrific on the fuel. There's a possibility we might just have to dab back to a 5 on the fuel map, but let's see how we go. It'll settle out as we get further into the race, won't it? The back end still feels twitchy on this, and you should be able to see my hand movements in this camera now, so you'll be able to see how much I'm actually fighting this thing. It's about trying to be smooth with it. I suppose owning the car that I've got now makes all the difference. So that'll get us to 23.5 on the laps. I'm just going to whiz that back to 5 just to give myself a chance. That was a 2:34.2. That's almost where we want to be. I'm fighting it again. I say again, I'm fighting this thing. It's an absolute beast. I think I want to do 788, but it'll be a no fuel stopper. We're just going to change tyres. Now, as the fuel gets lighter, we will get faster. Just need to make sure these tyres hang around for a bit. We're just popping around the old purple sector time, which is great. So, 30 seconds in the lead. I've just gone a bit quiet because I'm concentrating. I'm sorry. It's part of the skill of this is to be able to maintain the concentration and keep driving, isn't it? And that's all what the entertainment's about. You like the fun, folks, as well as I do. But I don't know if there's anybody out there that does this, anybody else. But this is... It's intense pressure, I have to tell you. So, where are we going to be third lap? 2:34.029. So we're getting quicker. And the fuel map is down. So we're going to miss this by a lap at this moment in time. Even on fuel map 5. Take it down to 6 then. We need this fuel. We can catch it back up at the end, can't we? Bit slow through there. Bit tight, bit narrow. 37 seconds in the lead. Now, if I remember right, Mr. Solace goes to the pits around about lap 6. Oh, I've cut that very tight, haven't I? But it's alright, we kept two wheels in the white and red. I think we're going to be red here. I don't think we're going to be purple. That's because we've been teetering and we're down on fuel map 6, but we're trying to save fuel. See if we can find a way. Always go quiet at this point. I always expect the car to chuck me off the track, so I'm waiting for it. One thing I haven't checked is whether I've changed the oil on this thing since I last used it. I don't remember. Let's see if we can get this in a little bit snarpish. See if we can keep a time relatively decent. 20.6, and that's 4 laps done. So we're going to go back to 5. Just messing around with the old fuel mix doesn't really help. We're only 0.63 down, so we're still on target. let's see how we go. So 20.2 on the fuel map. We're actually doing alright, the car's settling in, so we'll save a bit of that to the end of the process as long as we can keep these lap times going in. Tyres are looking okay. I was locked up there, that wasn't good. Right front's looking a bit squidgy. Need to catch up 2/10 at this point. Okay. Final corner, hairpin, let's get it going. Been a long old fight this one, so we're a minute clear of Solace now, going into lap 6. Need this one to be in the sub 2:35s would be good, there she is. And then we need a couple of more quick ones, we'll just have to see how we go. We don't want to run it too wide, but if we do run it wide we can quicken up the out. Here we go. Right hand side tyres are looking a bit dodgy. This is lap 6, so we only have to do this in the next one in reality. Got to be careful with that right hand corner. It can flip us. And it can book you right off the track there if you hit that wrong. But update 1.31 changed how the car goes across curbs, both low speed, medium and high speed. So they made some changes and that's what we're seeing the benefit of. Get down there nice and wide, smooth out the entrance, don't try and run too wide. First sector was a purple one. Let's see what we can do here, see if this is anywhere near purple. No, just a 10th down, so 10th down on our fastest lap. Willow goes to the pits as the first one, that's a shocker. Just a bit slow through there. Now if you recall back to when I did this test the first time, I actually missed it by half a second, which was an absolute shocker. What you can't do is absolutely nail these tyres too much. If you do the short first stint like we're gonna, you haven't really got the tyres in the last stint to really hammer it over the last 8. But the front right's only down a half, so he's not overly cooked. We could go to 8 laps. It does change how the race ends because you arrive at traffic at a different time, which is interesting. So let's see where we are with this. It should be a 2:34 something. 2:34.5, that's good, it's back on track. Not that we're off track, we're doing alright. Only one lap in the 35s, which is tremendous, considering this is first attempt. Well, it's not. I've crashed once, so I'm on a restart, but let's gloss over that. Perfection didn't come on the weekend, it took a few years. So 18.7 plus 7, that's 25 laps. Seven not completed, so 18 plus 18, 18 plus 6 is 24, that's where we need to be. We can probably drop back to fuel map 4 if we wanted to. Here we go, let's keep the foot in. Braking early. I'd rather not overrun this corner, I'd rather run a bit more throttle through it than actually hit the wall at the far end. Are we pitting this time or are we going 8? Tyres have took their worst beating because the fuel was heavy. I think probably the time is now to pit. Let's go to the pit. We're feeling okay. Run that corner a bit tight, but let's get in. End of lap 7. Take the medium tyres. We're not fueling, so hit don't fuel. 18 laps of fuel in there, and we've done 7, so that puts 25, so we've got plenty in the tank. Depending on how well we're doing. Gonna go to fuel map 4, let's see where that takes us. Short shift out the corners. We're carrying 1 lap of fuel too much, but we can burn that now. Because don't forget, that'll be based on the usage of fuel map 5, sorry. Want to keep it tight down here. I don't like losing it to the right hand side. We're 1 minute 31 in the lead over Hizal. Solis in 3rd place. I didn't actually see Solis go to the pits, so my guess is he has. That pit stop was a 2:51. I'm not sure how that weighs up, but we'll see that pit stop as the bottom time when we do the next one, won't we? There's Solis, he's gone to the pits, but he's already lost his lead to Mr. Hizal. Mr. Hizal's popped his VW Beetle into contention in 2nd place. Some 1 minute 15 down after our pit stop. That back end kept it tight, but the throttle was cut there by the counter steer assistance, which is all very useful because I have a on or off right foot. I know you'll see the throttle modulation, but it's not all me, folks. Probably it generally isn't. That's assisted. And here's the first of the lappers. Now we'd have lapped this guy earlier if we hadn't have pitted. So he's getting the blue flags. Let's hope that He knows what that's all about and he can move. We have the fastest lap at 2:34.028. Nothing's changed at this point. It looks like a BMW M3. Somewhere down the road will be a yellow Civic EK. He is moving. So our outlaps are 2:37. That includes pitting, so I haven't really got an understanding of what that is, so this should be the critical lap now. The first one where we put in a time. It's all just that little bit awkward having to line up a measure going for 788. It would be much easier if it was a rounded 888. So why don't I go for 25 laps? Because, well, we'll just have to see if we can win it. I won it last time by about 4.5 seconds, I think. Which was fantastic. It gave me that lap to be able to talk about it and bleat about it and get emotional. Tears, that's what we want. Tears. No. After being frustrated at Lego for the last couple of days, 10 days, I need this to get me mojo back. And we got the league starting in 10 days time, so I spent tonight making a promo video for that. I'll finish that tomorrow. I've just got to do an overdub commentary on it and do my usual ad-lib with the odd slip-ups and the stumbling over words and pronouncing stuff wrong. You know how I do. I'll probably forget something. I'll go, can't remember, don't know. The one I'm struggling with at the minute is corner names at Brands Hatch. I know what they are. They just don't come out of my head when I think about it. So I'll put myself under some more pressure tomorrow. Try and do some maths and we'll F that up as well. Here we go then, there's the Civic EK9. Who's the red thing? It's Naughty Boy Netto. We ain't seen him for a couple of weeks, have we? He done race in the human comedy at Lego. Have they changed some of the drivers in this, I think? We'll see. Now let's hope this is a pretty decent lap. That's 9 laps done, plus 15.7 is 24.7. It's coming back, that's good. A 34.5, that's where we need to be. Not forgetting I've modified the pedals as well since we did this last time. Oh, that was convenient lift. Who's this down here? It's the Golf, isn't it, of Mr. Bayer. We'll have to go around his outside. Whoa, that was timed nicely. Just 0.9, almost 900ths down. Almost a tenth. 90 hundredths. We went purple there just because of how well we got through that corner. Then we blew it all just there. So there's another lapper in front of us. Purple again, and I cut this corner probably a bit too much, so purple's good. How are the tyres looking? We're looking alright. Here's Mr. Suswiller, he's already done one pit stop in the 350Z. No, it's a 370Z, isn't it? Yeah, it looks like a 370. I must have already overtook him once because it didn't give me the car what it was. We're get a little flag here to tell us whether we're on track, and I think we'll be red, not purple at this point. Yeah, we're red by 3/4 of a second. That's not great, is it? Where did we lose that time? All round that bottom corner, probably. We'll have completed 3 laps on these new tyres. We're pitting at the end of 15, I believe. That's correct, end of 15. We're alright, that's a 2:34.3. Not bad at all. Fuel looks to be on track. I didn't realise you got bronze for 15th place in this race. Wow. We were a 3.5 tenths up at that split there on the purple. Who's this bad boy? Cappuccino. Car went very light then. He was wandering about on the brakes as well, wasn't he? We're doing alright, we're coming to halfway point of the race, for which we do 1 pit stop in each half of the race, don't we? 12 more minutes to go before we need to pit. Got absolutely no idea where we are. No idea whatsoever. I don't know if we're on track or not. I can't feel it. Purple sector again. Now we caught Mr. Solis and the car just sort of skipped through that bend then. See if we can recover that with a faster out. There's Mr. Solis, he's recovering from his pit stop. Oh, we split that. Whoa, 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 whoa. Mr. Solis in 13th place. Mr. Yamanaka in 12 in the S2000. It's the big Wang brigade here, isn't it? Look at the size of that Wang. Gonna slip up there inside. Still in the purples, which is tremendous. He's not going to let me go. Gonna go up his outside. Had to brake to second there. That'll take me off the purples, I think. But that'll keep us pretty much on target for the old 2:34.5. Mr. Mendoza went to the pit there. We're gonna pass him. A 2:34.4. That's fine. I don't mind missing the purple for a 2:34.4. Mr. Collier in the Fiesta. Or is it a Focus? It's going to be a Focus RS, isn't it? Going to go around his outside. Mr. Cookerman in the RX-7. He's going to give us room, thank you, sir. Mr. Carrazza in the 911. Mr. Deriucci. Oh, and the A86, what a car. Ultimate drift machine. The original drift machine. Mr. Gallo in 6th place in the NSX. What a beautiful car. If I had a choice of all Japanese cars that I could ever own, I'd love an NSX. If I won the lottery tomorrow, I'd have a queue of Japanese cars. R35, R36. I'd have a BMW Z4. Sorry, new Supra. That was a cheeky nudge, but I felt I needed to keep it tight. And I thought I was going to own one of those, but the wife vetoed it. She used her influence to say don't get one. She didn't like the build quality. We rented one in Florida and it was a bit of a shed. Everything inside it was broken, from door handles to the old glove box. We are 2 minutes 22 in the lead over Mr. Hizal, which means we're only some 30 seconds, well, 20 seconds from lapping him, to be honest. We've got 3 laps left till the pit stop, 13, 14, 15. And we've got 12 laps left on the fuel. A 2:36. Now we did do a bit of overtaking there, so that was a second drop, so we've got to win that back. We've got the extra fuel that we might need, you know. We've got extra fuel, so we could burn it with a bit of extra tweak and go to fuel map 3 if we wanted to. I don't think we need to. I think we can purple sector this whole circuit and put in a new lap in if we want to. It's just what happens with the overtake. So we're 2:30 ahead of Hizal now. We're about to lap him. There he is. We slowed down very early for this corner, but it still doesn't want to stop. We're going to go red at this sector. It's just becoming a bit of a handful. See if we can improve upon that. I think we lost the time around this corner here by not running the faster, longer, wider line. We got tucked up behind the Supra after accusing it of being a BMW. Let's see where we go. Beautiful slide there. That was carried wonderfully, and that was nothing to do with me. That was all the help aids. Looking to try and recover that lap time. I want a low 2:34. Would be tremendous. Try and trail brake in there. Half a second down, which doesn't feel too good at this point of the race. See if we can have a tremendously quick last corner without overshooting. Anywhere around 2:34.5 would be really, really handy. 2:34.2 is good enough for me. We didn't mean to change that down a second, it just felt we needed to. Car feels very slidey, but we're able to point it and go. Fraga now pits. We're not pitting this one, we're pitting next one in. I must admit the tyres are looking really quite spanky. The rear right is the one that's actually looking like it needs the most help at this moment in time. We look like we've got loads of fuel left. Let's see how we go. I'm just still not 100% sure where we are. I don't have a feel for it. Can't really get a grasp of the reality of it. Feels all too a little bit easy at the minute, and I don't want to say that and curse myself. What I'm saying is it just seems like it's all flowing. Got a bit of a lock up there on the rear diff. Feels like we're going too fast into it. That first gear, try and slow it down. There we go. Things getting a bit warm as well. I'm warming up a touch. We've got no timer against his Al because we're ahead of him. Lapped. So is this the first time I've done this race on a PS5? I think it is. Quite surprised we got the fastest lap so much earlier in the race. Don't really know where I am against the time. Are we 10 seconds out from the line? This is going to be our last lap before we actually choose to go in and pit. 2:33, that's fastest lap. Ding dang do. The fuel load lessening. Worn out tyres. We're doing alright. I get a feeling I need to do laps in the 2:30 region, probably. I'm probably miles off. See it fight me then? Jeebus. Every hell paid was working then. I'll do a deal with you. Any result I get, I'll finish this and post this video. Because it shows it's capable, but then we've got to go out and beat it. Because if we get the 24th, if we don't get the 24th lap, we need to go out and do it. Just have to see how we go. Or sideways to the grass. Recover that. This is the last lap for the pit stop. So the tyres are now on their edge. We need to do well. We don't need to throw it away, and we almost did. We won't see the result of that off track because it won't reflect in the lap time. But we're back round now. Mr. Suki, if that's his name, Seki. He's managed to get in front of the M3. I don't remember ever overtaking somebody twice before the second pit stop, but we will get to overtake him again, I think. Oh yes, I do remember we used to do that, didn't we? So 8 laps to go. Gonna pit in now. We've got 9.2 laps of fuel. We've just changed up to fuel map 3 and we're not refueling. So we've got 20 minutes 52 left to do 8 laps. 8 laps 16, 4 is 20. 8 laps of 5 is 20. So we're about 2 seconds shy at this point. Oh my lord. Let's see how we go. Let's it's on, folks, it's on. We've got an extra lap of fuel. Mr. Shepherd, I don't need you in my way. We're not going to see the outlap time here because ultimately we're going to have a little bit of pit stop in it, but Solis has stopped again. Here's Seki. He's managed to keep ahead of the BMW because the BMW pitted, I think. Yeah, at this point we're just 2 seconds shy. So for every time under 2:35, we need to count those half seconds, or however many under. We need 4 laps of 2:34.5, and then 4 laps of 2:35, but we won't see a time on this one, so this needs to be as close to 2:35 as it can possibly get. And we don't need to blow it. I was smashing the brakes then all the way to the floor. Come on. Driving it like we stole it. I'm in a panic, I think. I need to chill out, because I can kill these tyres before we finish these laps, and I don't want to do that. I'm going to turn it down, because I think that's where my issue is. I could have probably stayed on. Oh. Jeez, I could have probably stayed on fuel map 4 from the start of the race and didn't have to worry about the fuel map 5, but we did ease ourselves in. I think we're going to be 3 seconds over, so I need to get 5 seconds back. Yeah, we had a couple of offs, didn't we? 38 something, so we need to just get our head down, apply ourselves, drive it on fuel map 4. That's how to blow it, folks. Be overconfident. Talk myself out of this. Three-tenths. Fuel load has never been lighter. What we do know is that we'll take off coming down that hill on the last 2 laps. We will wheelie down that hill. Well, we used to anyway. Current fastest lap is a 2:33.894. We need a couple of them fastest laps, don't we just? Now, I've been coming into this corner rather hot of late, so see if we can negotiate this one smoothly. I oversteered through there, but that was fuel map 3 that did that, I think. I'm looking up at that, I can't believe I'm a whole second purple. Let's not blow it though, eh? Looks like it's going to rain. We used to get this sense, didn't we, through this race? It'd get ever so close, and it's a hot evening here in the UK, and I've actually got a sweat on. I've got my old lucky jumper on, which we need for events like this, don't we? Is this going to be a 2:33? It's going to be a 2:32. Naughty boy, that's excellent. If that's actually going to help us, that's brilliant. That's a 2.5 saved. Got myself a little bit of a sweat on now. 15 minutes remaining on lap 18. We need to do 5 more laps. We don't actually, we need to do 18, 19, 20. We need to do 6 more laps. And this is my old setup, folks. It's not tweaked at all. All I've done is use the extra help. And it's not been an easy ride. I've been comfortable because I'm confident. We're a little bit down on time here now. Who's this up front? Is this Neto? In the Mitzi, it is. He did kind of move, which is great. Cappuccino in the GT86. It's a nice looking car, actually. I wouldn't own one. No, it's not on my one of my Japanese cars to own. It's definitely not. Although I like the engine platform. Has a great history. But I don't know why Toyota signed up to that. It's quite a bizarre deal that they did. That was a very strange line for me there. I actually think I felt a little bit of wee coming out as I went into that corner. That wasn't under control at all. So fuel says 6 laps to go. We've got 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So we've got 5 laps to go. 12 minutes 49. Mr. Bayer, I'm coming round your outside. I still don't know where I am in relation to winning this race or not. I feel like I'm right on the edge. It's very tense. Half a second down. Running wide, which isn't brilliant, but I can actually get a faster out here if I feather that. There we go, bit of throttle control. It's not just on and off Jimbo. Dreaming hell. Come on. I'd like to think I know that I can finish the last 2 laps in under 3 minutes 10. That'll mean 4 laps in 6 minutes 10, 6 minutes 20. 5 laps will be... Oh, I don't know anymore. My brain can't do it. 6:20, 8:20, 8:55. Is that right? No, it's got to be 5 minutes 10 for 2 laps. 4 laps. Oh, why are my maths so wrong? Oh, it's terrible. 4 laps is going to be 10 minutes 20. I've got 4 laps to do and I'm going across the line and I'm 2 seconds down. That was a 2:33. So I know I'm 2 seconds down. I don't need to change anything, I've got fuel. Tyres are feeling good. I am very, very tense though. 2 seconds down once I'd worked the maths out. So we're lapping for the second time. 14th place, Mr. Collier. We've got a right queue here, haven't we? We don't need these boys to be slowing us up, and this is what we found a couple of times last time. We lost time overtaking these boys because they just got in the way. And there they are, leaving a nice wide entry for us. This needs to be a 2:34.5 or less. That's good. That's the Mr. Fraga, who I can't see on the leaderboard, so he's dropped well down the pack. Had to slow down a fair bit there. 0.387 down. Brake at my normal point. Then just let off the brakes, let the car run, get back on the gas. I do like the wider line actually, but it scares me that I'm going to go onto the grass and wreck it, and I really don't want that to happen right now. I'm so on this. Mr. Cookerbun in 8th place. Such a stunning car, that RX-7. Is he going to leave us room? I was about to hit him then. I didn't want to do that. That could have ended up in tragedy. And again, whoever's created this race has set this up to be this way. Or have we done it as competitors? We've created our own battle, our own story for this, haven't we? It's just difficult because of how we've done it. 23 laps would have been fine to than anybody. But no, we have to go out there and set the 24th lap. Mr. Tap AI. If that's how you say it, I've no idea. Tapia. No, Tapia. No, that's IA. Let's just go for Tap IA. That'll just make me feel better, won't it? We're 1.37 seconds down. That's not what we need. That 1.37 seconds just makes this extra tight. We're getting casual. We need 5 minutes 10 on the clock at the end of this lap. Mr. Deriucci's gone to the pit. That's great. Look at that, 5:10 as we go across the line. It's in our hands now. 2 laps of 2:35 or less. We don't really want to be fighting with any of these bad boys in corners. We don't really want to be attracting a penalty. Oh. Purple sector, how's that possible? Trying to change my line so we can scootle past them, and we do. Let's not blow this now. We were purple by 3/10, and then we dropped to behind them by 3/10. I am shaking like a leaf. I've overcompensated there, slowed down far too much. Is a game supposed to do this to you? I actually, at this point, I'll just accept a place in the top 10 stars. I don't even want to be at the top. Just a place in there would be terrific. Up with my mate Sphinxy and Mr. Maguire, the two guys who lead the way in this competition. Total respect to those chaps for doing this. They don't do it in such a Heath Robinson way that I do. Piecing together what information I've worked out, gleaned, using every help aid in the book. We've got 2 laps of fuel, we've got loads of it, folks. We changed down early then because we felt it sliding. I've got no idea where we are. And look, we're coming to overtake Hizal at this point. Gonna lap him for the second time. We've got 10 seconds to get across the line. 1 more lap to do. We've actually got 1 second to spare on a 2:35 lap. And Hizal is in our way. It's all go now. Nobody in front of us. We've got a clear lap to this. And we're slow through there. Slow, 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 slow. Come on. 0.125 down. We're not that slow. Let's not panic. We've done enough panicking already. I never wanted to do this race again. But it looks like we've found the car. And if anybody knows how to get a Cappuccino engine swap down below 400 pp, please let me know. I so want to use it for the K-Cup at Autopolis. I don't want this to be the last lap of the race. I've got enough fuel to just get us round that last lap. Brake on time, come on. There is a car in front of us. It's gonna either be the M3 or I think it is the M3. Headlights are on, the night's drawing in. Last corner really that's any sort of threat to the process. We were slow through it. Just less than 1 lap, 22 seconds to get to the line. It's the M3. Fuel map 1, let's go. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and we're across the line. Happy daisy dogs. We're on to lap 24. We're drifting the last corner. We've made lap 24. I just don't know what our fastest time, whether it takes us as far as we can. Does the time that we get to complete the race affect our position in the top 10? I really don't know. So we're just going to keep going. We're just going to try and get it done. But we've done it, folks. Oh, my heart is still shaking. I am still all over the place. I am not thinking straight. Fastest lap of 2:32.999. Call the police. Everybody else is finishing as they go across the line. We've got that one victory lap to do. I'm pretty sure we're going to run out of fuel. But I'd like to try and get this round to be as quick a lap as we possibly can. And then we're going to get to see the results on that board at the end. And I honestly don't care where I am. I'm so stoked with what we've done tonight. It puts all the days of trials and tribulations at Lego behind us, trying to get in that top 10. This has got to go down as one of my most hated but favourite races. 0.3 of a lap of fuel left. Let's see if we can get across the line with fuel. The headlights are fully on now. That extra camera probably does give us something that I've never considered before, so... And this would be great to get us in the top 10 stars. Although it means absolutely nothing, you win nothing for it, it's just that pat on the back and then a little bit of a gloat with your mates. But to be up there with the fastest boys that I know, 0.1 on the fuel. We cut the inside of that apex. There's a chance that this could be a semi-decent lap as well. It's going to be just outside the time. We run out of fuel, but there it is. Top banana, top of the... Well, I don't know if I'm top of the tree. But there we are, first place, 24 laps. Let's see what that means. 3 laps, everybody 3 laps down. That's a cheers. Fastest lap goes to us at 2:32.999. And we did lap the last guy 4 times. What do we think it means, folks? There she is, the little fighter, the tiny little rocket racer. Let's watch her go through the line and then we'll go and see the results at the end. There she goes, absolutely flying. There she is. We get to see her twice. Ranking board. Oh, we're behind the 2 boys, but I don't care. I'm up there with the friends list. Oh, we're top of the top 10 stars. Check that out. Oh, number 1. Oh, number 1 top 10. Ah, oh, yes. Happy little smiley face. There it is. Oh, yes. So, just for you guys, thank you very much. Massive thank you to all of you for all giving me the encouragement to do this. It is absolutely mega. As somebody at my age, old, knackered, broken, bent, you know, everything's busting my body, things don't work correctly, I can still come and enjoy myself doing this. It is absolutely brilliant. Wow, what a game. To give you that feeling, to let you know where you are and what you're doing is tremendous. But I still don't know why I'm 3rd here and go 1st here. Oh, and a commendable mention, BB, thank you. But there we are, that's it. Not a lot more to say. Shall we see what ticket I get? Let's see, shall we? Go to exit. 103 miles. So I only did that today. First time try since update, whatever it was. 4 stars. I'm grateful. Thank you very much, folks. We'll see you on the next one. Take care. All the best. Bye now.